sometimes you watch some clip and you just have to blow out. Achieving credible elections is what we're looking at this morning. And we are now being joined by Ezekiel Nyayetok. He's the former chairman, Young Democratic Party. Good to have you join us this morning.
Thanks for having me. Nice to be here.
How do you feel when you see we're still very much about what you just saw?
I think we'll continue to see it until we are ready to face the reality, both the administration and the people of Nigeria.
You were the chairman of the Young Democratic Party, by the way. Why you stepped down, right?
Yes.
Why did that happen?
Two things. Number one is that...
You thought you were getting older or what?
No, not that. I believe that, number one, I've never held any paying office in my life. I'm strictly a professional. I take up a project, I work on it, I have what I depend on for my means of livelihood, and I give them much I can, and I give them timelines. If I was made a commissioner anywhere today, or a minister, I'll ask for specific deliverables, I'll ask for timelines. I don't have to run my 10 or 4 years. You give me a project, I deliver on the project, I go back to my practice. Because one of the things that have destroyed a lot of our people who don't want to leave offices, they believe that that's where their life is. When I got into the Young Democratic Party, I had a very clear understanding with them that I'm going to help you get a roadmap, I'm going to help you set up systems and structures, I'm going to fund as much as I can, and at the end of 1 year, I'm going to leave and go back to my business, because I had 1 year where I abandoned everything I was doing, and I was plowing back. It's like you have a bottle, so everything is going out, nothing is coming in. You need to check when to say, gentlemen, it's enough.
So, the Rivers election, the rerun election, has given cause for us to look at our democracy and our elections all over again and see how best we can make it a proper election, as the name is. And if you look at the umpire as well as the security agencies for this election, they have featured, especially the security agencies, very prominently in this election, and not in very good light. Let's start talking about what we think we're missing out on our elections.
What we're missing out is that we're not being real with ourselves. Election period is one of the best periods for the police forces. I'm sorry to say this, because that's a period where all the parties budget for security. And when we say budget for security, I was the national chairman of a party, so I can talk authoritatively. You have to budget for the police. You have to budget for INEC. You have to budget for the people. So why would you want to destroy an enterprise of people who are not being well paid by the system? How on earth are you going to change that? Secondly, the man who got into the office knows that he didn't get it there because he was the most popular. Now you want that same man to change the system and give you credible system. It's against law of self-preservation. There has to be rigging for him to remain in office. There has to be violence for the boys to have business to do. These things are a vicious circle that we must come to terms with and not play the ostrich and ask ourselves as Nigerians, how do we change this? And it's very easy. We've just finished elections in the United States, or they have just finished elections in the United States, and everybody knows that Donald Trump is a multi-billionaire. In Nigeria, all the electorates would have been waiting for the rice from Donald Trump. But in America, all the poor people were giving $5, $10 to Donald Trump, a multi-billionaire. What that means is that this is not an enterprise. We are sending you to serve us. So when you go there, know that my dollar put you there. A governor once told the people, you did not put me in office. I bought my way into the office. He was talking privately to some people and it was recorded. You didn't put me here. I bought my way into it. Why do you want a man to mortgage his soul, sell his house, everything he's got to you, get into office and turn around and serve you? It can't work. Why don't we wake up as Nigerians?
Is that what you meant when you said we're not ready to face reality?
Yeah, we're not facing realities. You come to me I contested elections once. I sold my house in Lagos. I lived in Lagos. I owned a house in Lagos. I sold my house in Lagos. I sold so many things. I put up everything. If not for the love of my family, I probably would have lost my family. I did everything. And what was I hearing from the people? My guy, if you're not ready for this business, it's not for poor people. If you're not ready, they were...
From the people here, is it the party structure or the electorate?
No, the electorate. You see, the party structure is very small. That's what people don't know. The party structure is very small. The party people are very few. Over 80% of voters don't belong to any party. That's it. Take the membership of APC and PDP. They are the two big ones. Put together, you may not have a registered membership of up to 20 million between the two of them. And yet our voting strength in terms of capacity is about 130 million. Registered is about 70 million. In terms of party memberships is less than 20 million. What's happening to these other, say, 100 million who don't belong to parties? I'll tell you what they do. They let you feel that there's nothing you can do. They give you this impression, oh, don't worry, don't worry. You know, it's a very, very good psychological, you know, so that you discover that 100 million people are feeling incapacitated. That is what Donald Trump told, one of the clips that I saw. He told the Christians, you guys are not serious. You have a membership strength of 250 million, and you're talking of a Democratic Party or Republican Party, and you are begging for who would help you. You're not serious. The day you are serious as a Christian community, you will elect the president any day, any time. That's why he could afford to, treat his party the way he did, because he moved away from the party and created a momentum and a movement with the people. The day, what we want to do right now, let me say this, the problem of Nigeria is twofold. One is the leadership. Second is the structure or the system. The system is instituted by the leadership. And in the law of self-preservation, this man who knows he's not the most popular person, he knows that he's not the most credible person, he's not going to give you a process that will throw up a credible person, a popular person. It's against self-preservation. So the leadership is not going to give us free and fair and credible election. The leadership is not going to give us transparency, because when you bring transparency, you are going to block where they make money from. The people have to take two options. One is a revolution where it has come to this. And revolution is a very terrible thing. It has no control mechanism. The second is for you and I, reasonable, responsible people, to say, is there an option? And yes, there is an option. Enlighten the people. Activate the people. Talk to the people. That is what I'm setting out to do now. Do you understand me? And I believe that Nigerians are not dumb. All they need is a leadership. And I'm calling on professionals to come and say, there is a way things can be done right. We are in the majority. When that is done, we allow the system to run.